Christopher Nolan is a British-American filmmaker known for his complex narratives, innovative storytelling, and especially his ability to use nonlinear structure. You might be aware of him due to his mind-bending and quite immersive films. So what is nonlinear storytelling? Nonlinear storytelling involves a narrative that doesn't follow a straightforward chronological order structure. Here's a clip of Christopher Nolan describing his use of the narrative structure in the movie Memento.
Is as a hairpin, like that. That's basically the end of the movie. This stuff is the black and white stuff. This is color. And this is running backwards as a series of jumps. And what we do is we cut between the two the whole way through. So we alternate scene here, scene there, scene there, scene there, scene there, scene there, and they meet towards the end of the film.
Christopher Nolan uses nonlinear structure along with complex storylines that can engage viewers on a deeper level, along with creating suspense.
My life is like a Christopher Nolan movie. I don't really understand what's going on.
What would you tell him or her?
I'd say don't try to understand it, just feel it.
But how did Christopher Nolan develop this skill? Christopher Nolan in 1991 created a film called Following, in which Nolan credited his ability to utilize this structure. Nolan shot the film in black and white, and while filming, he didn't have access to change the color temperature of the lights to match the location. Nolan had to develop the ability to use nonlinear structure, as some scenes while filming were not acceptable for the final cut. So he was forced to adapt and grow this ability while editing the film. I thought it was fascinating as Nolan describes his issue with lighting. Many conversations done throughout the film are in front of windows. He tends to state the plot early on and then have longer exposition. Comparing the two films Inception and Memento, they both have high complex narratives and require very high engagement. They also both utilize time dilation as the dream layers are moving slower than the real world. While Memento effectively gives the viewer a sensation of Leonard's memory loss, they are constantly forced to side with him and try to understand the story.
The compound we'll be using to share the dream creates a very clear connection between dreamers whilst actually accelerating brain function.
In other words, it gives us more time on each level.
Brain function in the dream will be about 20 times normal. When you enter a dream within that dream, the effect is compounded. It's 3 dreams, that's 10 hours
I'm
times
sorry,
20.
maths was never my strong subject. How much time is that?
It's a week, the first level down. 6 months, the second level down, and the third level.
It's 10 years. Who would want to be stuck in a dream for 10 years?
Depends on the dream.
So once we've made the plant, how do we get out? And I'm hoping you have something more elegant in mind than shooting me in the head.
A kick.
What's a kick?
This, Ariadne, would be a kick.
Gamble?
Lenny, is that you?
John Gamble?
Lenny, it's Teddy. Stay there. I'll be right over.
Okay. I'll be waiting. White male. First name John. Last name G for Gamble.
Secondly, there's a puzzling nature to each of the films. Inception requires the audience to track the dream levels, forcing you to piece the plot together while trying to understand if they're undergoing a dream. Memento also is constantly showing the reverse timelines, so you're just as confused with the memory loss as you are with the story being reversed. Simultaneously, you must build the plot while you're watching the memory loss unfold.
Well, dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange. Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it, Ariadne. How did you get here? Where are you right now?
We're dreaming?
You're actually in the middle of the workshop right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in shared dreaming. Stay calm.
Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, I'm chasing this guy. No, he's chasing me.
Memento follows an individual by the name of Leonard Shelby who suffers from short-term memory loss, who seeks to find the murderer of his wife. The narrative structure is divided into two sequences, the one in color moving backward and the one in black and white moving forward. The movie starts off by showing Leonard reading off a photo of a man who he is told to kill, but shortly after we come to find out that we are witnessing the actual beginning of the narrative structure. Showing his tattoos, we are reminded that he needs to mark his body to counter the memory loss. The use of nonlinear structure within this piece is great in my opinion. It shows Leonard Shelby's disoriented mental state, making viewers also feel as if they are experiencing his confusion. The nonlinear structure within Inception is so impactful. During the film, you're constantly wondering if it's a dream or reality. And jumping the timeline blurs the lines between dream and reality, making you question what is real, therefore forcing you to look deeper within the story. Nolan's use of nonlinear storytelling in Memento and Inception enhanced the narrative and complexity of the films. Christopher Nolan loves to challenge his audiences to fully engage them with the story. I believe the use of nonlinear structure within many of his films is why his work is so distinctive and thought-provoking.